Welcome back to the Morning Show. Well, tonight is the beginning of Passover, so to mark this special time on the Jewish calendar, we've brought in the pros, the experts in this.
That's right, the lovely ladies from the Monday Morning Cooking Club. I'm so excited to meet you guys. So join us to whip up something special. Good morning to you, Lisa, Natanya and Marilyn. Now, what have you got for us here today?
Okay, so today we are doing something called matzah Kugel. Okay, might have to practice that.
Yes, I didn't need to ask you in the ad break.
And it's a special dish for Passover, and it uses what we call matzah, which are like those sheets of unleavened bread, which is something we have to eat for 8 days in Passover. And the challenge for us during Passover, because it's always about the food for us, is to create delicious desserts and treats without using bread or flour or yeasted things that we're not allowed to eat.
Okay, so how do we start with this?
So, matzah is very dry, as you can see, so we moisten it up a little bit, kind of 2 to 3 centimetre pieces. I'm going to go very quickly in some water for about a minute, just to soften it up to make it easier to bake, because this is a bit like a bread and butter pudding, so you need to give it a bit of softness. I'm spraying matzah crumbs all over.
That's right, someone will clean that up.
And so here we go. So I'm going to get that really quickly.
Once the matzah's soaked, then we're going to make, as Marilyn said, it really is like a bread and butter pudding. Eggs, sugar to start off with. So we're going to mix the eggs and the sugar. 6 eggs and half a cup of sugar. Whisk that together. And that just comes together. And then you add in some salt and some cinnamon. And cinnamon is probably the spice of Passover. So many things you eat over Passover have cinnamon in it, which is wonderful. So then we're going to add salt, cinnamon, and then we're going to add the grated apples. Now, we always like to do our apples at the last minute because they go brown otherwise.
Yes.
So grate them as close to...
You can put a little bit of lemon on them, but it doesn't...
You can.
So the trick is to take the matzah, which mightn't be the tastiest thing in the world,
and put really yummy stuff with it.
And to bomb it with all this wonderful, wonderful flavours.
They should really call Passover 100 ways with matzah. That's what it is.
And how much sweet food can you possibly eat in 8 days? Because the best way to add flavour to it is with sugar.
Right.
Okay, so once that's whisked together, then we put in the apples, and we like to squeeze them to get some of the juice out, so it's not too wet. And lots of people I know love to drink that juice because it's fresh.
Yes, amazing.
You can't get fresher apple juice than that, right? Okay, so we're going to put that in,
throw all that together.
and then we're going to toss in the soaked matzah, the sultanas, if you can pass them to me. And you can see it's really simple.
Really simple.
Literally takes 5 minutes to put together.
Yeah.
And then we've got a lovely baking dish, and this is a 2-litre baking dish, so any baking dish you've got, you could do it in individual bowls, you could do it in a loaf tin, whatever you like. And the good thing about this is that you can do it ahead. We did this one last night, and it's been hard to resist all morning.
Now, how many? Because your mum's got 50 for dinner tonight. how many of these will you need to feed the 50?
Probably
that's a question from your mum.
Probably about 5.
Well, you did say when it comes out of the oven, you could eat the whole thing alone, which I think I could probably polish off easily.
But by the time you get to dessert, you've already eaten 5 courses. That is true. So you're not going to fit too much dessert in.
I prefer this really for a Sunday brunch during Passover. You know, when you want something that's not chicken soup and matzah balls, that's not roast chicken or brisket, something that's light, well, not light, light on heavy flavour and just delicious that you can just eat from this dish.
So you mix all that out, goes in your
folded in
dish, and then how long would you put that in the oven for?
About 40 minutes.
40 to 45 minutes.
What sort of temperature?
On about 180. Before you put it in the oven, though, she's going to throw it in here, and then we're going to pour some melted butter over the top of it.
That's where the goodness comes in.
Yes.
Doesn't it always bring the goodness?
And then we're going to sprinkle the top with more cinnamon and sugar.
Excellent.
Okay.
Just to make sure it's sweet enough.
And what I like to do, rather than
just to make sure it's sweet enough.
Rather than smooth the top, it's quite a nice idea to sort of chop it up a bit with your spatula, so you get that lovely rustic look.
Exactly.
We love rustic.
Well, it's better than trying to be neat. It's easier to be rustic than being neat. I've always said.
So this is the one we prepared earlier, and just because we don't want to run out of time before getting those macaroons in, tell us what you got in those.
Okay, so the challenge at Passover time is to eat everything that doesn't have bread or flour in it. So it's another sweet treat that's just made with sugar, coconut and eggs, and then you can add whatever you want, lemons or chocolate or whatever, and tiny little beautiful biscuits.
Can I taste that?
Go.
Can I too?
Divine.
We need both of us to test it. I'll do it actually.
It's exactly like a macaroon.
It is a macaroon.
Oh, that's really lovely.
Yes, and I'm going to have a taste of this one as well. And the reason I was so excited and couldn't get your names out is because, as I said, I'm a massive fan. My mum bought me your cookbook, and it's wonderful.
In America?
In America, I know. And I texted her this morning and said, Mum, those ladies who wrote the cookbook coming on the show, so very
The good
excited.
news is you can take Ange to your mum's house tonight to help with all the cooking.
Yeah, well, thank you so much, of course.
Thank you, ladies, so much. Lovely to see you today.
Really
Thank you.
lovely. Lovely. Now, you can find both of those recipes on our website. And for more from the Monday Morning Cooking Club, grab a copy of their latest cookbook, The Feast Goes On. It's a goodie.